Thank God for you. Amen.
Thank you so much for inviting us today. Ms. Adams, Pamela, thanks for trying to create a bond amongst the community here.
All right.
Good morning, Mr. Pastor.
Good morning. How you doing there?
Very good.
Amen.
Good to meet you, Ms. Jeffrey Robinson, and everybody else, the church leaders, folks who are praying here today. Thanks for inviting us. This is a very special day for me, actually. I've never spoken at a church before.
Get used to it. All right.
It's the first time. So, I don't know if you guys ever followed a meme where there's a guy who wants to say everything while taking a bath. I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that, I'm going to say this. Oh yeah, everybody's going to cheer for me. And then they come on the stage and it's like, ugh. That's me right now. I want to start very simply. And by the way, I have my cheat code here. So I want to start very simply. I'm not here to promote our community. I'm not here to promote the other rest of the community. I'm here to promote all of the RTP area. Garner, Raleigh, your Angier, your what else? Holly Springs, Fuquay, Clayton. Thank you. But by the way, my better half right there. Yeah, there are 3 borders. So, over 10 years ago, or maybe more, I've always, like, everybody makes money. That's how you make your living, right? You got to make money to live it, to make your family, feed your family, go up a level. Everybody has ambitions. I want to get to this stage. I want to do that. I want to earn some money. I want to earn faith. I want to learn how to get blessed. I want to bless, shower my blessings to the people and whatnot. So obviously I had the same thing. I had the same goals. Oh, I want to be great. I want to take care of more people. That's what I used to think. Never happened so far. It's always been, what am I doing next? What am I getting into? What is my family getting into? What is my family doing? Over 10 years back, me and my wife had a very serious conversation. We are always focused on ourselves. How do we help the community? And I want to say over the last decade or so, we have started giving, and we have started giving plenty, I want to say, to the point where we are like, oh, wait a second, if we keep doing this, what are we going to feed our kids when we retire? What are we going to have? What are we going to eat when we retire? So, and then I took a step back. We were like, where is all this money we're donating going to? And most of the organizations that are not churches, that are your large-scale organizations, whenever we give, we used to give to very large organizations. Like, for example, what is it? Like just some examples. American Red Cross, St. Jude's. Sure, they all have very good impact on people and the community. But when I looked into the financials, it's like, oh, 22% of what you give actually gets to people. Oh, 30% of what you give actually gets to people. Everything else is in the top tier, operational costs, finding people, advertisements, all of that is, 70% of what you give gets into that. Then we were like, oh no, we want to do better impact. We want the way that God blessed us, we want to create an impact. We want to help the families who need it, not help run a separate organization. So we started trying to do good locally. We started identifying churches, go and talk to people over there, identifying temples, go talk to the leaders over there and see, hey, which families might need some help? How do we do this? We've done that a little bit. Even then, I wasn't very satisfied. So very, very recently, about 2 years back, we talked with a bunch of our friends, about 2 years, 1.5 years, I guess. And then we decided, you know what? I want to just go talk to everybody in this area and see how we can help. And how do you do this? I want to make sure there's a template for it. So we started some small organization called Shiny Stars. It's pretty small right now. So we did a few events. We did like a toy drive, we did a food drive, we did a clothing drive. I think the food drive, we got what, Lakshmi and Pamela, Rajita? We did what, 1.5 truckloads of food. About 800 pounds, I think. 900 pounds? Okay, 900 pounds of food in a span of like 2 weeks across the communities. And whenever I tell people I'm going to run an organization or I'm going to create something, there's always this aspect of it's others is creating, so it's going to be in that Indian. Oh, by the way, I'm Indian. In case you guys didn't notice, I'm not black, I'm not white, I'm Indian. So
All in the family.
exactly. So when we start this, right? Usually there's a perception. Oh, if this guy is Indian, maybe just the Indian community is a part of this. I want to break the shackles. I don't want it to be an Indian organization. I've never wanted it to be an Indian organization. That's why it took so long. You want to make the connections. You want to go out of your comfort zone. I do not want my organization just to be an Indian organization. It needs to be for the whole community, not a small group of people.
All right.
So what I have done is obviously go out of my comfort zone. I've figured out a few very select folks who have a very, very similar flow of thought, similar mind. Rashta and Lakshmi and my wife. Can you guys first stand up, please? These guys have been my pillars. These guys, like starting from there, Rajita, Lakshmi, obviously my better half, my three quarters. So I floated the idea with them. I floated the idea with a bunch of other friends, obviously behind the scenes. We talked about this, and at first, people were skeptical, people were doubtful, like, will we get enough support? But when you talk to them, when you help, it doesn't have to be just for one group, it has to be for the whole community. People come around, people open up, and we are seeing that right now. Like these two, for example, they drive any event like crazy. You will see them like there. You say, hey, we need an event, we need people. They're like, all of our friends are going to be there, what do you need? And there's more like this. So we identified, with their help, obviously, how many are in our group right now? Like there's 30 folks?
Yeah, close to 40.
40. Approximately 40 folks in different communities. There's people from Edge of Auburn, there's people from Magnolia Park, Oak Manor, there's, at Costco, there's, what is this? 401k, 401. McCullers, there's about 9 or 10 different communities where we've identified leads, like a community lead. So they drive, like, so this is what I don't know if you guys heard about this. When Town of Garner did a food drive very recently, where folks were troubled with the loss of, what was it, SNAP benefits. So, Town of Garner actually came up with the idea of running a food drive. I don't know how many of you guys actually saw, or if this church was a part of the beneficiary or not, I'm not very sure. If you say, hey, drive 7 miles over there and drop off your food items you collected, even though I want to donate, it's going, oh yeah, sure, I'm going to go tomorrow. Oh man, no, something else came up, I'm going to go the day after tomorrow. That's like the last mile reach, that's what you call it. Like, I work for Amazon. And we have some concept called last mile delivery. That last mile delivery never happens. So they did six. And then I said, no, this is not enough. You guys are not going to get still, you guys are not going to still get enough. Then we said, you know what, we'll put shiny stars to work. Then we had like 10 different communities participate in it. And there were multiple food drives that were being run at that time. And we still ended up doing 1.5 truckloads and 900 pounds. I'm very proud of that. That was the first thing that we did for the town. Until now, it's been just a closed loop. That's for the town. Then we came up with like, oh, you know what, let's do a toy drive. I think we ended up overall collecting about 200 odd brand new toys for this holiday season. We distributed it to, right now we already gave 50 or so to Fuller Elementary School. We gave about 50 or so to Vendora Springs, Aversboro. I still have, and some at the church. I still have some more at home which we are going to donate to a different school. So the point of me saying this out is not just to boast, it's to say we started off so small. Then we ended up reaching outside, and we met Miss Pamela, Mrs. Chris Adams at one of our events. Like this is the other very crucial thing I want to talk about. We celebrate a lot, by the way, in case you guys did not know, Indian community loves to celebrate our festivals. We are loud. We celebrate, I want to say, almost every month there's something or the other going on, and there's a few months where there's multiple events going on. At one of those events, I think it was late last year, I started inviting town of Garner. the mayor, councilman, and folks like that. Because I don't want the celebrations to be limited to that small set of folks. There's like 2,000 families, let's say in Garner, for example. I do not want our celebrations to be in that pocket. You want to share culture, you want to absorb different cultures, you want to, like that's why I'm here. Like, I want to absorb, I want to learn what's the positivity in here, and I want to see if I can go spread the positivity outside. And that's what is it called? It's a potridge. There's some saying, I can't recollect it right now. That's what a medley of cultures is what US is anyways, right? Like I want Garner to become that. Like, we're already a decently diverse group, but the diversity I feel in Garner is very, not just in Garner, in all of RTP or majority of US metropolitans is very, very pocketized. Like, you have pockets which celebrate together, you have pockets which celebrate together. If we could break the shackles, if we could do that, I want to do that with Chinese stars. I want to do that as Garner. I want to do that as RTP region. I want to do that as Raleigh, whatnot. So in one of those events, we met Chris Adams and we met Mrs. Adams. Please. And could you please stand up too, for folks to see you? And we all hit it off. I don't know how, why. We just hit off, and she talks about bringing the community together. She loves getting into cultural events with other cultures. Same with Chris Adams, same with the majority of the folks I talk to. They're like, why are we not doing it? Everybody says, oh, we want to do this, we want to do this, why are we not doing it? So we got on a call one day and we were talking about this. No, we got to do something. I want to make sure people recognize that Chinese Stars is not only Indian. I want to bring in people with similar ideas into this board, for example. So I invited Miss Pamela also into the board, and she was like, you are doing exactly what I want to do. We have such a, our mindsets are on point. Let's do this. And she graciously accepted it, and she was like, whatever we do, she's there. She's like, what do we do next? Like, we brainstorm, and as a part of that, she's now trying to create bonds between this church and Chinese Stars, and I really appreciate you doing that and giving me this opportunity to talk also. I do want to talk about one more thing. Family, right? Like, I see many cultures who, every culture, every upbringing want to protect their kids. They want the kids to be in the right path. They want the kids to be in the righteous path. I see whenever we do all of these celebrations, again, the kids are not exposed to something different. That's why my kids go with wherever I go. Like, I go to a homeless shelter, at least one of the kids go there as long as she doesn't have a class that she has to skip and whatnot. I go to a church, he or she, one of them goes with me. I go to a different community celebration, one of them go with me. I like to show them how it's not just, oh, we've earned a decent living doesn't mean, oh, you are going to be protected, you don't get exposure to anything else. That is not how the way I believe in life. You got to see and admire, or what is it? You got to thank God, thank the Lord, to think. Not you don't have to say it. You got to just think in your brain that, oh, I am in a much better situation to help out. God has blessed me with X, Y, Z. Whatever you feel like you reach, I can now help. I want to grow that in my children, and I'm hoping everybody here agrees that that's what our kids need to do. That's what we got to put into our kids. All right, I think that probably was it. Let me check my...
It's all right.
All right. Oh yeah, I do want to say, by the way, I don't know if I said this clearly or not. Chinese Stars is, like I said, maybe I already did actually. It's not me, it's not the 4 of us, it's not the 5 of us, it's not the 10 of us. I want us to make sure that it's not one of us. I want to share the concept of, and I think all of us believe, we all want to share the concept of, hey, you know what? Chinese Stars is a place. Like, as soon as I walked in, I was noticing it and I was looking at it, and Pamela was like, oh, look at that. I love it how it actually says it's a safe place. People can actually come here, open up, talk about it, look at it. I feel like we can do that with Chinese Stars. I can feel like people can come to Chinese Stars and be like, okay, what do we want to do? What can we do? That's where we build Chinese Stars on 4 different pillars. I actually didn't talk about that. Education being number 1. Community, culture and faith. I know people might say culture and faith are same. We can talk offline. Culture and faith, I feel, are very different, and we got to make sure they're all being acknowledged. From an education perspective, we talked about this a little bit also. We want to eventually get to a spot where we say, you know what, every year we create a couple of scholarships for kids who are graduating, for kids who want to go to higher education but the family cannot afford it. For community, we want to create community service events like the drives, actually help the people in need directly. I don't want to do this where we say, you know what, hey, Raleigh, why don't you just donate me $100? I don't want your $100, I want your time. There's many people who can donate $100 in this community. Like, is my time up or no? There's many people in the community who, if you ask, my mom actually said something the other day to somebody back in India. She was saying, here, if you ask for somebody in the US, you will find maybe about 2 to 3% of the top families who don't really care about $1,000. You ask them, if they believe in what you're doing, they'll give you $1,000. But you ask them to spend 2 hours a week for 2 weeks. The second week, they will not show up. My mom said, that's what my son is doing, I'm very proud of him. I did not hear it while she was saying it. I heard it from a third party. My dad actually said, this is what your mom is saying, so she's very proud of what you're doing, keep doing this. And I was like, that's enough, that's all I want. I was telling Pamela this. If in 10 years, shiny stars, people know what shiny stars is, people receive some, whoever, not people in the sense, not everyone, like whoever needs help, get some help from shiny stars, or folks who can contribute and work for shiny stars and to shiny stars and the community in turn. And let's say we help about 1,000 people, I'm good. I feel like, okay, we have done something good. And when I pass away for that matter, if somebody says, oh man, that guy left, I wonder who's gonna run this and I wonder who's gonna do this, then I feel like I've done my service. As long as, I just need that, like folks thinking, okay, that was a good guy, or not, and not, thank goodness that guy's no more. Alright, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I don't know if I took away a lot of your time or bored you to death. Sorry, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, come on, let's thank God for the partnership. It is, everything we do is about partnership. Thank you all for being with us today. Amen. Thank you, Miss Adams. Please tell Chief we say hello. And we are in partnership with the town of Garner.